In these problems, we're adding mixed numbers. And by mixed numbers, I mean that these numbers have integers in them, like the 1 here and the 2 here, and fractions. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. I prefer to take the integers and add them together, and then add together the fractions, and add all of that together at the end. If you did it like that, you would break this down into the 1 plus 2 part of the problem, which is pretty easy, that's 3, and the 1/4 plus 7/8 part of the problem, which is a little trickier. You have to get common denominators to add fractions. So I think I'm going to multiply this 1/4 by 2 over 2. That's a form of 1. And when we multiply 2 over 2 or a form of 1 by something, we don't really change its value. You just get a different version. We multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. We've got 2/8 then, which is the same as 1/4, plus 7/8. And that gives me 2 plus 7 is 9/8. Now this is bigger than 1 because the number on top's bigger than the number on the bottom. And what I want to do is figure out how many groups of 8 there are. And there's 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. So there's 8/8 and 1/8 left over. So that would equal 1 and 1/8. And now I've got to take this and add it back to my integer part. And that's pretty easy. 3 plus 1 1/8 is just 4 and 1/8. I didn't have to do it that way, though. I could have converted these to improper fractions. That's where you take this 1 and you make it into the fourths and add it here. To do that, you take the integer and you multiply it by the denominator. So 1 times 4 is 4, and then you add that up here. So that would be 1 plus 4, and that would be 5/4. And then here, 2 times 8, so you multiply here, is 16. And then you add here, that would be 23/8. So this is 1 and 1/4, and this is 2 and 7/8, just converted into improper fractions. And then I could go ahead and get common denominators here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did down here. I'm going to multiply by 2 over 2 on this side. And I get 10/8 plus 23/8. And that's for a total of 33/8. And then I ask myself, how many groups of 8 are in 33? Well, 4 times 8 is 32, so that would be 4 with 1/8 left over. And I get 4 and 1/8, which is exactly what I got the first time. So whichever method you think works best for you, you should use. Let's look at this next one. The method that works best for me is taking the integers separately. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. And now I've got 2/3 plus 3/4. I want to get common denominators here. So let's see, I think I'm going to multiply this one by 4 over 4 and this one by 3 over 3. That's an easy trick. You just take the denominator of the other fraction and use that to make your form of 1. So 3 over here because I had a 3 down here, 4 is over here because I had a 4 down there. You'll notice on the bottom that's going to give me 4 times 3. Let's do the multiplication here. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. So I have 8/12 plus 9/12. That's 17/12. And I want to see how many groups of 12 are in 17. Well, there's 1 and then 5 left over because 17 minus 12 would be 5. So this is 1 and 5/12. And then I've got to add that back to the 5 I came up with here. So 5 plus 1 and 5/12 is going to be 6 and 5/12. And that's our final answer. So that's a little bit of work with adding mixed numbers. My name is Larry. I'm a teacher at EdVisions Off Campus. It's an online project-based school in Minnesota. If you're interested, you can check us out on the web at lovethischool.org. Thanks.